Hey guys, so we're trying to fix suspension faults in little Suzuki Swift 2012. It's only got 112 Ks on it, but it's got some noises and rattles in the front suspension. So we're going to look at the different things that cause the problems in the front suspension, knocks and rattles. There's about 4 main things to look at. So when the suspension body is moving backwards and forwards, especially under braking or acceleration and driveways, you can start to hear movement up in the top of that body to stem. One of the most common is the strut sway bar link rods. They've got ball joint in the back there, and they've also got another ball joint in the bottom. 2 ball joints, and the sway bar, which is the big rod that comes through, goes through 2 D bushes either side. You can get movement in your D bushes, which can cause noise as well. There's the sway bar running down there, the cover and D bush that holds the sway bar there. So if that's got movement as well, you'll have problems with noise in the sway bar D bush as well. The ball joints on the lower control arms, could be movement there. And this is where we get movement as well, strut top mounts. There's the strut top mount, which is below the tower. It's a rubber mount, gets squashed over the years and then causes some space gap on here on the plate. So I'm going to replace the struts on this one too, and the top mounts, because just to make sure that's right. Okay, so I've got the 2 main lower strut bolts out. We've got the link rod nut off, loosened that. Also got the brake line attachment off, and be careful of these. You've got your ABS lines, they come off there, and also down in here, just make sure you carefully unclip the clip so that it comes away, and then move up to the top, it's under the top nut, and then the strut will come out. Okay, so we've got the old struts out. These are the top mounts that squash, and that gives you clearance in this, which shouldn't be there. So we've got new top mounts, KOB top mounts to go in, new strut bearings, which everything swivels on, makes it all swivel smoothly, and the new struts. Again, this is where I think there has been movement in the old strut, moving back and forwards, but these are quite solid. As you'd expect, brand new ones aren't going to move in that area, but these ones, there's only a small amount of clearance in there. So this is what I wanted to show you. When I'm pulling on that stem, you can see there's actual movement in there between the stem and the casing, and I can actually feel knocking movement in the bush itself. So it might not be hitting the metal, but it's hitting the bushes and stuff inside. So there we have it, guys, all back together. New struts, new top mounts, new suspension, sway bar, links, and yeah, it's running all smooth again. So as you can see, the knocking in the links, and also the knocking in the top mounts and the struts. Those old struts didn't have any rebound in them, so they'd lost their gas, but now we've got no knocks as well, which is fantastic. Thanks guys, hope they can help you in some way too.